How is everyone doing today? It is September 10th of 2022. I have another tomato that has grown in our yard this year that I am super excited to show you. This one is called the Sart Roloise, and let me tell you a little bit about this tomato and why I decided to grow it. Several of the types that we've grown this year are considered established varieties. You wouldn't consider them heirlooms. When you look up on what is an heirloom, generally they have to be 40 to 50 years. Have some sort of major cultural relevance and have been grown consistently and stuff. This tomato was released by a tomato breeder out of Belgium in 2012. So this one would only be about 10 years old, but it would be from an established kind of seed. It's called the Sart Roloise. This is one ripening right here, but we got several more going all over here, and the ones that we want to save seeds from, there's one right here we'll give a shot to. There's a couple of these back here that we want to save seeds from. These are giant ones that are doing really well. You always want to try to save the seeds from the best tomatoes or peppers, or when you pull the fruit off a plant, you want to make sure it's the most primed one to try to make sure that you are, evolving it in the right direction. This one's been ripe for several days, so it might be a little bit over. And this one up here has been ripening over the past several days, so it just kind of hit its color yesterday or today. But look at that yellow on there. It's actually considered a white tomato. Let me tell you some more about it. It's supposed to be a cross, an established cross from what's called a white wonder tomato, which is probably our very favorite pale white or cream colored tomato, and also from one called the baby blue. The baby blue is one that's I believe another non-heirloom but established hybrid that is high in what's called anthocyanin. See the colors and the shoulders on there? The baby blue is very similar to the indigo rose, and it almost gets a really dark color on it. It's the same coloration and substance that would form in blackberries and blueberries and other fruits like that. It's supposed to be an antioxidant, a really tasty substance. When we've gotten it, the Black Beauty tomato is one of my favorite for flavors. We like the anthocyanin varieties that have lots of this in it. This is actually the indigo rose, but the indigo rose is similar to the baby blue. The White Wonder, on the other hand, is an heirloom tomato that may or may not share some of its genetics with one called the Hawaiian pineapple. But we had the White Wonder in our yard once or twice, and it was an excellent tomato. So you take the baby blue, super high in anthocyanin. You take the White Wonder tomato, which is a really good sweet pale cream tomato, and you get these ones right here. So I know they're showing up really bright on the camera. Most of the time when we see green tomatoes, they ripen to almost like a radioactive or sickly green. And when it comes to the tomatoes that are considered white, they'll get a pale color, but then they'll tend to cream out. They'll tend to turn like a yellow cream color a little bit. This one right here is showing up more of an electric yellow, but really beautiful tomatoes. Let me show you some more on the vine here real fast. It's actually two plants right here. We keep it, for the most part, I got to trim some of these extra suckers off the bottom, but we keep it trimmed up for airflow right here. It's an indeterminate variety, so I know that there's a whole bunch more that you probably ain't able to see on the camera really quick, but really productive, really excited about this. I've heard a lot of good things about the flavor. We absolutely love the White Wonder. We absolutely love the ones that have the anthocyanin indigo color on them. We feel like both those types are really unique flavors, and so we're going to see what this one that's supposed to be a cross between two types like that is like. So we got a bunch more trying to ripen to save seeds off of. We've given a couple of these away already as well. So take this inside. This is the Sart Roloise tomato, September 10th of 2022, and catch you guys in a second. Love ya. All right, we have been absolutely spoiled with tomatoes this year. Really excited to try this type. famous tomato breeder out of Belgium, crossed a baby blue that's high in anthocyanin, which gives it that color, and then also a white wonder. These are normally beefsteak tomatoes. Our tomatoes usually grow a lot smaller in general just because we grow them in containers. Our garden is all containers, so a lot of the peppers and tomatoes that we grow can end up being smaller just because they don't have as much room for the root systems to spread and stuff. But we love cluster gardening. That way we can test out as dozens of different kinds of unique varieties. I really absolutely love it. Was a big eye-opener to me and Angel when we first tried our white wonder tomato a long time ago. And then the anthocyanin varieties are really good too, so have a lot of high hopes for this one.
It's definitely a slicer. It's thick.
Yeah.
And meaty.
The white wonder, the baby blue is actually considered a medium or just a large grape style tomato, whereas in the white wonder is considered a large slicing beefsteak tomato, and it has really thick meat. Even this one right here, which I think is overdone, is really showing still a lot of stability in the meat and the inside. It doesn't seem like an overly juicy tomato. It's just got extra slicing quality in it. There goes. Here, let me eat this piece too. It's a really beautiful tomato too. That is an excellent smooth flavor on that. That's really good. I haven't had the white wonder in a long time, but I'm automatically getting more of a feel for that one than I am the other one. And I also wonder if the flavor for the anthocyanin, this part of it, would be more up in this corner area here too. Let me try a piece. It's got plenty of purple on it. It does. You can. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping, but
See the purple on the plate.
it's like smooth sweet.
It is very good. It is very sweet. I like that.
It doesn't have a sweet zing where it's almost like the back of your jaw clenches a little bit, like the citrusy flavor that can come in some oranges or the sour flavor. It's really just smooth sweet.
It is very smooth, very sweet. It seems like it's got low acidity to it, so this is something if you eat a lot of, it's not going to sour your stomach.
Yeah, I don't feel like it would either. It would make a pretty good slicer as far as tomato sandwiches and stuff like that.
The pure yellow part is still very sweet, but it does have a little bit more of a zing at the beginning. It's still very good, though. I like this tomato a lot.
I think it would make a good slicer for sandwiches and burgers and stuff, but I would favor another smokier, richer flavored tomato for it.
Yeah.
This one I would love to chunk up into a sweet salsa, or maybe even mix with some other yellow tomatoes to, I don't know, by itself it's so good though.
It is. Like, just
It's
cut
almost-
it up into pieces and eat it all.
It's almost sugar cream flavored. And when the other side, cut off a piece right here where you get the darker color. You can see right down next to the tomato too, where the indigo color is. It's got coloration in the tomato. It actually leaked onto the plate a little bit a second ago.
Yeah, I can see it.
You get a little bit of, almost like a little bit of tardiness on the top part.
It is a very good tomato. Very good tomato. I like this. I think we should grow it again.
Yeah, definitely excited about this. I'm pretty sure everything that I say, I would like everybody to research what I say. If you're interested in this tomato, I would look it up online, see other people that might have grown it and given it a try. Our is just a small window into our small lives to kind of show you our personal experience. I absolutely love the flavor of this tomato. So far, it's almost so good. It's almost hands down my favorite tomato that we've grown this year so far. Like if I
Yeah,
could only pick one tomato from all the ones that we've grown and eaten out of the yard to go into the yard next year, I definitely would want to see this one again. That is excellent.
it is. It's very good. I
It's
like it.
super, super smooth. I'm not getting any of the kick. I can have all tomatoes, regardless of the color, have a tomato flavor to them, but they can lean towards more of a fruity flavor or a citrus flavor or a berry flavor or a traditional flavor or a rich sauce flavor. When we go towards the pale tomatoes, I think a lot of times we think of a more mild tomato, and a lot of times that is true, but there is a unique flavor, almost a sugary flavor taste to it,
It's very good. I like it. It's
and
very
almost a
sweet.
berry to the side of it, and it's like mixed with the tomato. And some of the tomatoes that are sweet, like the Golden Heart, the Hawaiian pineapple, those have high acids in them. It's a really, really tart, not maybe not tart, but it's a sweet zing like you would find in an orange. This one right here is like buttery smooth,
Yeah, it's really
sugar
smooth.
cream almost.
It's very good. I like it. For people who like to make tomato jams, it would probably do great with the tomato jam.
Oh my gosh.
I've never had
I
it, but
somebody online, one of our YouTube friends made tomato jam recently, and I don't think I've seen the video yet, but I just think to myself like so gross. Like cuz I don't ever imagine that.
we've never tried it,
This one
but
I would say would definitely be good for it. I would say putting salt on it would be a little bit of a disservice to it because it
it's
has
so
more of a sweet
good.
flavor than it would a salty kick.
Yeah, it's so good just by itself. I could just cut this up into pieces and just eat it.
Look at it. It's meat.
It's very thick, but excellent. I would definitely recommend giving this one a try.
Chunk it up into some sweet salsa or even mash that center to the sauce. All right, I keep trying to get our videos to under 10 minutes and I can never seem to do so. I'll take you guys outside and show you one last look at it. This is an excellent, excellent tomato. It's a Sart Roloise, a cross between a White Wonder and a Baby Blue. Um, Really beautiful coloration on it. Excellent tomato. Catch you guys in just a second. All right, I am absolutely ecstatic about this grow this year. Um, it's already high on our list for next year as well, and we'll be saving seeds, and so we will try to regrow from that. These are actually the bigger size that you would most likely see them. The White Wonder is a big slicer beefsteak tomato. This would make excellent to dice up into a salsa. Um, it can be hard to determine how much acid's in a tomato just because you don't get the acid kick doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't have a high amount of it. It just might not taste like it does. I'm pretty sure that this one is a smooth, mild one, though. It just has a really, really clean, sweet flavor to it. It's almost buttercream. I don't know how to explain it. But we got tons more on the plant out here. This one's actually the Ananas Nor or the black pineapple tomato. These two are the plants that come up for the Sart Roloise, and you guys can see it kind of is laying over into this area too. That couple back here actually come from all the way through right here. So it's an indeterminate variety. Even crammed into our yard where it is, it's doing excellent, producing lots of tomatoes. Even in a container, it's doing pretty well for us. Excellent tomato overall. I would highly recommend, if anybody hasn't tried this one, to find seeds. I've been looking online and there's seeds at quite a few sources. Generally, if you can't find seeds at multiple sources, it could mean that it's a unestablished hybrid. That means they're crossing the seeds at some point. But this one right here, it's an established one, I believe. So saving seeds on it, gonna grow it again. So far, this is my favorite tomato of the year. So the Sart Roloise, September 10th of 2022. Love you guys. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.